What is going on, Momentum fam? Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time on the channel, my name is Mo, and on this channel what we go ahead and do is I share with you guys the things I learned along my journey here in entrepreneurship. Today's video is going to be really exciting. I'm actually excited to be able to share this with you guys, but we're going to be talking about two major brands that are doing millions and millions of dollars a month, and really what it takes to be able to go from a brand concept and really a specific product into ordering your first samples and communicating with your manufacturers, suppliers overseas, and what that process looks like when it comes to talking to a specific supplier and manufacturer overseas. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into my laptop and get rolling. All right, so screen's recording. Cool. So the first thing I want to talk about is, let me go ahead and cancel this out, is really this very helpful resource that we were able to provide to our e-commerce community in the e-commerce accelerator, right? It's really a list of the top 1,000 stores on Shopify and really e-commerce in 2020 with some really helpful information on these stores, right? What they're selling, where they're selling it, how they're selling it, and really some really cool information like, keywords they're using, search data, etc. But the reason why I'm sharing this list with you is because these stores that we're going to be talking about are one of these are on this list, right? So for example, the first store I wanted to talk about is actually a store I personally love, keeping an eye on. It's been in the market for a really long time, and it's called Try Snow, right? So when it comes to starting an e-commerce brand, if you haven't watched my previous videos, make sure you go ahead and watch the last one. We talked about how to find winning products that you can possibly start selling and building a brand around in 2020 and going into 2021, right? And again, this video isn't necessarily telling you that you should go ahead and sell these specific products, because there are already brands that are selling it, that are actually killing it, but it's more to really give you an idea of where these brands get their products and how the journey starts behind building your first e-commerce brand, right? So Try Snow is a snow teeth whitening machine that's been in the market for a really long time, right? If we go ahead and obviously break the store down, this is a brand that's doing at least $1 million a month. Again, been in the market for really long. One of the founders of it, or one of the investors in it, is actually Robert Gronkowski, one of the Patriots NFL players, right? And they were really able to blow this brand up here that we're looking at through influencers and really different types of marketing strategies over the last few years, right? But we'll go ahead and dive into the product page, right? And this is a brand that started off as simply just a teeth whitening device, right? Which is this main product that they have right here. And essentially is just, again, a piece that you put in your mouth, obviously a few minutes or, specific time of the day, and it really helps you whiten up your teeth, right? This is not something they had to invent. This is not something that, the founder of this company, which is Josh Snow, had to go ahead and, again, invent by any means, but more so really be able to understand how good this product is, right? How to sell this product and really be able to build a whole brand around it, right? If we take a look at all their other products now, they've developed multiple other products, right? Like the serum they have, a wireless self-sanitizing Snow Smart teeth whitening at home system. Charcoal floss, wow, that's amazing. The lip exfoliating scrub, right? A lot of other things. But the first step you want to do when it comes to really being able to contact manufacturers and really start hunting down where you want to get your products from is going to be going to Alibaba.com. If you don't know what Alibaba.com is, it's simply a website that a bunch of Chinese and overseas manufacturers all list their factories, all list their products that they have available that they can make or generate or create, in order for people in other countries to be able to communicate with these suppliers and these manufacturers and really be able to produce their products overseas, right? Which is the way the majority of e-commerce and really just American businesses work nowadays. So let's go ahead and search up teeth whitening device. Spelled that wrong, but still worked out. right? So if we go ahead and we search up teeth whitening device, we're gonna find a bunch of different listings, right? That are very, very similar to the ones we just seen on Snow Teeth Whitening, right? And again, I'm not telling you guys by any means to go sell these products, but really simply the way of how, brands like Snow are able to grab their products overseas, build a brand around, and really turn it into a multi-million-dollar company, right? So if we go ahead and we open up two of these listings, we're gonna see again product shots. We're gonna see some, very basic uh, infomercial kind of style video that's going to tell you the cost of the box, the manufacturer, if this manufacturer is trustworthy or not, and really kind of show you how they have this product, right? Again, in this case, their generic sample is called the Glory Smile. So really, if I were to start a teeth whitening company today, what I would do, the first step would be going to Alibaba, finding suppliers that have this specific device that I want to sell, and really be able to start the communication process in order to start getting some samples, right? Now, when it comes to finding suppliers, right, key things you want to look at is obviously their existence, right? How long have they been on Alibaba? How long have they been manufacturing in this specific market, this specific product? Usually when it comes to us, we tend to look for companies and manufacturers overseas that have been in business for at least 4 years, right? What that allows you to, what that does is really give you the confidence in being able to understand and know that this manufacturer isn't just some new guy that's starting to create these products, right? It's somebody who's been around for a very long time, which is 4 years. They've sold multiple products, they've manufactured for multiple other companies, and it's trustworthy, right? The next thing you want to do is obviously location. Again, we tend to go for China. You can also find Taiwan and other countries, but usually China is the cheapest and best quality when it comes to labor costs and obviously quality of the product. And the last thing is going to be trade assurance. So really what trade assurance is in a verified supplier types right here are really just filters on Alibaba that kind of show you that these specific suppliers are able to, for example, if your, let's say shipment gets held up on the borders, right? Through customs, and customs sometimes, which it has happened before, doesn't allow a specific shipment to go in for whatever reason, or the shipment gets lost on the way, all the way from China to here, it's going to be covered. So you won't have to pay any extra amount of money in order for this supplier to send you your order again, right? And again, just insurance that you're gonna get exactly what you and the supplier agreed on. So very key things to understand and really know when it comes to finding these suppliers on Alibaba. Now, the next thing is obviously going to be communicating with the supplier and really understanding what type of manufacturer and supplier they can do. So for example, if we go back on this page, customization, right? Customized logo and customized packaging. What this tells you right here that this supplier is willing to go ahead and change this logo that's on this specific product, right? It's willing to go ahead and change the packaging and customize the packaging to the way you want to have it customized. If we go back to Snow, I'm not sure if they have any pictures here, but for example, we go in here, this is actually a better example, right? Again, they have custom packaging, right? They have their logos on the devices, they have their logos on the boxes, and it really gives that brand credibility, right? It goes back to the brand Q and really understanding that, hey, you're not just buying a cheap product, but you're buying an actual product from an actual brand that is proud of what they sell. So once you see, obviously, that this information, which is customized logo and customized packaging, is something that this supplier can do, you want to go ahead and contact these suppliers. So for this instance specifically, it matches all the criteria we're looking for, right? So it's been 4 years, 4 diamond star supplier, again, 722 transactions. If we could go ahead and look at some reviews also, that's something you can do for extra credibility, extra assurance that you're working with a perfect supplier, right? With a correct and credible supplier here. So the next thing you want to do is obviously go ahead and reach out to the supplier. And yep, it says customized logo, minimum 1,000 and 1,000. Now, if you're somebody like me, obviously, when you first got started, you do not want to order 1,000 of anything, especially up front, without knowing if they are going to sell or you are going to sell them or how long they're going to take to sell, etc. So the first thing you want to do is obviously initiate the conversation, right? And when you're reaching out to these suppliers, you always want to come off as somebody who's, what's the word here? You always want to come off as somebody who's very experienced and knows what they're doing, even if you're not, right? On a website like this, you know, suppliers and manufacturers, they already have their huge retail customers, right? People that are paying thousands, if not millions of dollars a year. So the last thing you want to come off and say, hey, I'm a new guy or I'm a beginner in e-commerce and I want to go ahead and order a sample or order from you guys without really knowing what you're looking for or what you're trying to do or exactly how you're trying to sell it, right? What you want to come off as somebody who, for example, has an e-commerce conglomerate, or say, hey, I've already sold multiple other products. We're looking to dive into a specific niche. We're looking to start a new brand with this specific product. We're already aware how we're going to sell it, but we want to take a look at the quality that you guys have of what the final product would look like, right? And what that's allowing you to do is you're going to go ahead and be able to customize your box, right? And customize the product and simply order a sample, 2 or 3 samples of whatever product you're looking to purchase, right? And sometimes a lot of these suppliers will tell you, no, we can't do that, right? And really all you have to do is, well, there's 2 things you can do. One is keep negotiating and really making them understand your point of why you don't want to order the whole thing. And you really want to make it a point where you're simply looking to check the quality, right? Let them know that you're already ordering from different suppliers. You already have samples coming on the way, and you're really looking to work with them because they look like they're very credible. They have great pricing, right? And you're simply looking to get the samples to see what the final product will look like before you order in bulk, right? And once you do that, now you have things moving, right? Obviously negotiating the pricing and really shipping logistics when it comes to maybe they're going to be able to ship it from you, or how or when, how long it'll take to manufacture and ship. Those are stuff you're going to want to get into after you order the samples and you receive the samples, right? Because as of right now, really all you're looking for is to be able to really get some quality samples where you can go ahead and possibly test out this product and see if it's going to sell for you, right? Another brand I want to talk about is going to be Chirp, right? So Chirp Wheel. Chirp Wheel is a very, very, very unique product that's new and very innovative. Also came across this through, well, we've seen it before. We've actually considered testing it, but things just didn't really align, and we ended up testing and selling a different product that we're currently selling. The Chirp Wheel is pretty much a new, upgraded, and enhanced foam roller, right? If we take a look at the foam roller, we can actually go ahead and watch this video real quick. Their ads are just incredible. 2.5 minutes. Let's go ahead and watch this real quick.
Roll away the pain on the Chirp Wheel. Nice muscles. You know, the Chirp Wheel is great for stretching out after a heavy workout.
I like to roll out on one of these.
But the problem with foam rollers is they're not designed to fit between your shoulder blades, and they're too soft. You should try this.
Oh, wow. I feel it, man. Thanks, bro.
Cameron, put down the pickaxe.
So this specific company is actually an e-commerce company that came to Shark Tank. They've already done millions in sales, and they got a $900,000 investment for 2% of the company, right? Simply, the way I look at it is for selling a wheel, right? An enhanced foam roller that has specific mechanisms when it comes to really being able to crack your back, right? Get rid of soreness, and being able to use this tool at the gym or after a gym workout because of the new way of rolling your back, right? One of the unique selling mechanisms they talk about is obviously the foam roller is so wide, it's so long that it doesn't really get to those small spots or specific spots in your back that you would ideally want to crack when you're cracking your back. So they created the Chirp Wheel, which is a lot more narrow, a lot more smaller, and it helps you focus on the spinal cord, obviously, in the specific parts of your back that you always want to make sure you're cracking, right? One thing I like to do is search Google for image, right? This is another way where you can go ahead on Alibaba and see whether you're looking for different suppliers or manufacturers or competitors of where this product is selling, right? Is searching it up by the picture, right? What this allows you to do is Google will automatically show you every single website and link that is selling or is using a picture similar to the one we have here, right? But again, we're gonna go ahead and use the same process. We're gonna go to Chirp, or we'll just go ahead and write Chirp Wheel, right? And a lot of times, again, these Chinese manufacturers understand what's going on. They understand that, because one major company like this is selling a specific product, they'll go ahead and create it themselves because they want to be able to sell it too. They want to be able to be a manufacturer, supplier, whether it's for a copycat company, another competitor, or really kind of create specific upgrades to that same product in order to help them sell it even more than what that competitor is selling it. So if we take a look here, obviously, look, we have the same exact picture, the same exact product, and they're selling it, right? You can find it on Alibaba, right? So again, the same process is what you would want to do, right? You want to make sure you're talking to a credible supplier. You want to make sure you're ordering only samples and really focusing on getting the start, right? The initial phase of the brand. So again, the same process would go to any other product you would want to sell, right? And the idea behind obviously ordering samples is it's going to allow you to build a proper website, create an advertisement, and really have all the type of content that you need to start the brand with the minimal amount of money needed up front, right? The last thing you want to do is go ahead and order 1,000 or 100 or 50 of whatever product you wanted to get and be ending up stuck with it somewhere in a warehouse or your house, sitting around with pretty much frozen cash, right? So the next thing you'd want to do is, we're going to go ahead and talk about this in the next video, is once you receive the products, once you receive the samples, how to be able to turn those samples into a real brand, right? So how to build a website, how to shoot the ads for it, and really how to take the pictures and the content needed in order to really help you make a legitimate website that will sell to people, right? And again, this is just the first phase of really being able to go from a concept and an idea into a real product and turning that product into a brand. So to dive a little bit deeper into the Chirp Wheel, right? If we go ahead here and we take a look at really why people are buying this specific Chirp Wheel. And if you haven't noticed already, this is a brand that is literally selling one product and one product only. You do not need to sell anything else. And that's how simple it can be to build your e-commerce brand, right? A lot of people may think that, hey, I need tens or thousands or hundreds of products and different SKUs so I can offer people different things. But when it comes to really being able to build a brand, again, all you need is one product, and that one product can generate millions and millions and millions of dollars for you if it's the right product. So for example, Chirp Wheel right here, the reason why people are buying from these guys is a lot, right? So for example, these are stuff we call unique selling mechanisms, right? So obviously they have free shipping, right? 100% happy body guarantee, right? That's something they came up with. It's an idea that, this Chirp Wheel, the wheel that they created, is something that would 100% satisfy your body and your body would be happy to use it, right? And it's a doctor recommended product, right? They've spoken with doctors, they've got it FDA approved, right? Even more credibility to show you why you should buy this specific product. Obviously they have free back pain course, which is pretty dope as well. But if we go to Chirp Wheels, again, they have 3 different sizes, right? 60-day trial, which is a risk reverse idea, right? Telling you that, hey, you can buy this wheel and we know within 60 days you're gonna love it. But if you don't, for whatever reason, you can go ahead and send that back to us with no questions asked, right? And again, very simple concept. Obviously great pictures, great content, great ads that do a lot of the selling. And again, the product sells for itself, right? All you have to do is really be able to order these samples that you got. So all you have to do is really, when it comes to building a brand, is getting these samples to start. Once you go ahead and do that, right, this is where obviously you're going to want to spend even some more time and some more money, and really going to be the majority of the upfront cost is creating your website and your content, right? You don't have to make it as good as the best company in the world, right, or the best website in the world. You really need to make it as credible as possible, which is stuff that we're going to be talking about in later videos here, and also in the programs that we have available. If you have any questions or want to learn more about those programs, the links are below. But again, once you order samples, you'll be able to go ahead and take a lot of this same similar content, whether it's for this specific brand or a different brand, right? But again, all you need is 1, 2, 3 samples, and you'll be able to create pictures and the videos needed to be able to start advertising on Facebook, on Instagram, and social media to see how and where your product will sell the most. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. If it's your first time on the channel, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you guys took away the most out of this video, and then what other things you want me to cover in the upcoming video. I'm thinking for the next week's video, we go ahead and talk about really building your first Shopify store, building your first e-commerce website, and kind of telling you guys about the specific things you need when it comes to building an online store. So let me know in the comments below, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Peace out.